This video is all about the Gabb wireless watch, its features, and the things that I've learned. I hope it's helpful to you. Before we get started, will you hit the subscribe button and the bell? In the comments below, I need your help. So my kids actually have a Gabb wireless phone, the Z2, which yes, has a Find My Phone app, but I did not activate it. And we have looked everywhere, so will you help me out? If I'm helping you out today, tell me in the comments below where my kid's phone is. Where have you found your phone before when you lost it? Okay, let's jump right in. I was just sitting with my daughter. We were online and looking at this new Gabb wireless watch, and I'm really thrilled about it. She was excited about it, and she immediately picked up on the fact that if she had a watch instead of a phone, she would not set it on a shelf in the grocery store or leave it lying around somewhere or end up at a friend's house and realize she forgot it. So that is a great feature of having a smartwatch. Now, this watch actually can call and text. And so it has its own phone number. You don't have to pair it with another phone. It has its own phone number. It's its own phone. You get to have, I believe it's 15 preset text messages that you can create. They're custom messages like, hey mom, I'm home from school. You also get to have 10 custom contacts, whoever you feel your child would need to get a hold of. The great thing about the Gabb wireless watch, which is different, I learned from all the other kids' smartwatches, is that there's no app required for someone to call in or for the child to call out. So let's say grandma has an older phone and she doesn't know how to install an app on her phone. She doesn't even need the app, the Gabb app, to call your child. She is able to call them as long as she is in the contacts, and they are able to call her. Now, as far as text messaging, I thought it was pretty cool. They have like 100 different emojis. Gabb Wireless did an excellent job of making this watch look very modern and trendy. So you may feel like this watch looks very similar to other smartwatches, and I feel like it does too. You can even choose different bands that you want to put on the watch, different colors. I believe they had like 4 colors, a red, a blue, a pink, and a purple. I thought all of those looked really nice, and so your child can kind of customize the watch to look the way they want it to. Another thing that my daughter picked up on that she was excited about, which I thought was funny because it's kind of an adult thing, but it's a screen protector. So Gabb Wireless is the only company that made a kid's smartwatch with a screen protector, and my daughter was excited about the idea because she has an MP3 player and it's gotten very scratched up. She was shocked at how quickly it got scratched, and now she really can't see the display very well. So I was very appreciative. It also is water resistant, which is great for playing sports if you get sweaty, or we all know that kids get wet at times. So they really seem to not cut corners when it comes to durability. Now, what about safety for kids? This is where I think they knocked it out of the park. First of all, there's an active GPS tracker, and you can send notifications to your phone every 10 or 15 minutes just showing you where your child is. So that's pretty awesome. Safe zones is another key feature of the Gabb Wireless Kid Watch. So the way that works is you come up with your child's frequent destinations that they go to. It could be school, band practice, wherever they typically go. And you're able to create a perimeter around that location. Anytime your child goes into or leaves that perimeter, you get a notification. And this would be super cool for parents who are working, who may not be home. You're able to get a notification when your child comes home from school or when they leave soccer practice, just so you have a better idea of where they are. But on top of that, what I thought was amazing is that they have an SOS emergency button. If your child were ever in an emergency, they could hold down the button on the side of their watch for 7 seconds. And the emergency contact person paired with their watch would get a notification that your child is actively in an emergency or having an emergency, and you get driving directions to their location. If your child were ever in an emergency and they couldn't actually talk to you, you would be able to quickly drop what you're doing and get to them immediately. This way too, we all know that kids are pretty quick to call about things that seem really important to them, and you might be in a meeting but not able to answer the phone. Well, when the emergency button goes on, you know that it is for real. So another thing is that there is a lock mode on the watch. Anytime your child has a regular scheduled activity, you can actually have this lock scheduled on the watch so that they are unable to be on it and be messing with it during important things like church or school or practice or whenever you want. Now, one thing that I have been so proud of Gabb Wireless for is they really want to get your kid off the screen. It's kind of rare to have a company that's really a tech company encouraging your kid to do what's best for them, which is be off the screen. Gabb Wireless is doing an amazing thing. They have an app called Gabb Go. When your child gets their watch, they are going to have a virtual pet on that watch, and they can collect coins for doing things off the screen. They are able to use those coins to benefit their pet. As my daughter and I were looking through all the features of the watch, she was sold. She was super excited about it. And of course, I was thinking, how much is this thing gonna cost? And I will tell you, first of all, if you use the link in the description below, it will give you an extra discount off of the watch. But I researched other watches and found out that the Gabb Wireless Smart Kid Watch is actually the least expensive kid watch on the market. So how can you go wrong? A watch that encourages your kid to live life off the screen, helps you keep them safe, and is affordable. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below. And please, before you go to another video, tell me where my kid's phone is. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.